Okay, so I just said that, and then I stopped recording and moved forward to loot this guy, and what do you know? Shiny sword. So that'll teach you. Just threaten to stop recording and loot happens. Okay, so what are we doing with this shiny sword? Right-click it. Got a mission. The shiny sword. Perhaps someone wants this sword. Yes, someone does want this sword. That someone is all the way over there. These roller rats are going to be a pain, maybe. So as I'm running, let's do our skills. And here you're going to see how we're running out, right? So let's do the most important stuff first, which is computer literacy. Treatment and first aid. You need treatment for implants at a low level, so I am going to buff it. But sometimes, if you're not planning on getting implants, you don't really need high treatment. Ranged weapons. So I've decided, yeah, we're going to stick with rifles. Okay, and then our next priority is nanos. Let's just leave our skills at that. Oh, well, no, the obvious thing is we need PM SI to be 61 so that we could do the sort of standard buffs. All the kind of standard generic buffs take that for as basic skills. So we need that. And then the rest we'll see once we start getting access to other nanos. Which reminds me, now we should be able to cast some of these. So composite ranged special expertise. So this buff's like fling shot, you know, and aimed shot, for example. So often we're going to want to have this running if we have the NCU to spare. Ranged expertise, always we want running. It buffs rifle by 20, and ranged energy, obviously, by 20. And then these are melee, because the quest reward gives you all of them. We don't need these, but, you know, we've learned them, so why not? Okay. Small, greedy desert reet. Can I have your sword? Your sword, give it. Here, take my sword. What? Shiny stuff for me? Oh my god. Oh, so shiny. You're welcome. And he's so... I has your sword. He's so happy he gave us this buff, which it just normally costs like 100,000 credits or something like that, which is like nothing for like an experienced player, right? But we have like 15,000, so it's going to take us forever to make that amount of money. And this buffs all your nano skills by 20, so it's like really a really useful nano to have. Okay, let's add it to the list. So basically, I put on my bar number 5, I put like all the buffs that I want to always have on me. And sort of, I guess, in a priority order, although you usually just cast them all in a row. Okay, we are basically done here. There is one thing I kind of forgot to do. I guess we could go do that now. I'm looking at the time. Yeah, we've got time. So what I'd like to do in this episode is kind of leave the starter area. So there are two little things. Like I said, I haven't been 100% thorough in here, but I've done most of the things that you need to do in the starter area. Let's sell all this stuff. So there's one thing I've just remembered is you can actually go back where we first appeared. We were kind of outside a landing craft of some sort, excuse me, and we can go back into it, and there's an item that you can pick up that you can turn in the first city where you're at, and it gives you like a... So there's this new kind of daily mission system that was kind of put in not too long ago, and when you do them, you get like a token like each time, and so this will give us 1 token for that, which is I don't know if it'll be important, but we might as well do it. It's just a bit of running around, so we're gonna go do that. And then, so we can see this is the junkyard. Oh, so long ago, when we were such noobs, we were coming down here and talking about skills and everything, and my, how we've grown. So we're going to go do that, and then we have a last little quest to do, which is to choose our alignment, basically. So in this game, the lore is we're on this planet. This planet was colonized by a super mega corporation called Omnicorp, or Omnitech, sorry. And Omnitech is in some ways like basically the bad guys, or, you know, but they're sort of also just kind of law and order and whatever. They're the big corporation. They kind of run the whole planet. There is a group of people who do not like Omnitech and their sort of monopoly, and they have split off, and they are called the clans, and that's the other faction. Of course, Omnitech calls them terrorists, you know, the usual stuff. And then there's a neutral faction. Yeah, so this guy wants us to do a delivery. So that's what we came here to pick up. What's this? Huh. And then, yeah, so you have Omni, you have Clan, and then you can be neutral, right? And so the map of the world is sort of divided. There are separate cities for each of these factions. So if you're Clan and you go to an Omni city, the guards will shoot you. The neutral cities are kind of a place where everyone can meet, and neutrals can go everywhere. So you'd say to yourself, why not just be neutral? There are some items that only Omnis or Clans can use. There used to be a big problem with like a neck piece called a merit board that only the Clans and Omnis could use, and neutrals didn't really have anything good to use instead. There are definitely a few more bonuses to picking a side, but neutral is a totally fine way to play, and you're not at a huge disadvantage, so it's not a big deal. The main thing is when you pick a side, you get this merit board, and then when you do missions, which we'll talk about maybe in the next episode or in a few episodes, every time you do a mission, you kind of accumulate tokens on this board, and it kind of levels up the item, and it becomes a very powerful item, so that's kind of a pain to have to redo or to have to start at a late point in time. I have always played Clan, and so I know the cities, and so that's what we're going to do, because I really would be lost if I started playing Omni. So we're going to go Clans. Actually, I haven't shown you the map of the world yet. If you hit P, you'll see the map. So right now, we are in the neutral, we're near ICC, and this is kind of, Arete is this sort of starting area, and we're gonna leave and be in ICC, which is a neutral city. The clans are in the north here. Tyr is the capital, but the main city, the main hub, is Old Athens, OA, which is right here. Whereas the Omnis are down south here. Let's not forget to walk. And there's Omni 1, and there's Rome. Where's Rome? Sam, I'm not Omni, I don't even know where Rome is. So this is Omni HQ and all the Omni stuff, and then... Oh, there, I just didn't go far enough. And then this is Rome. Those are the major cities. And then the neutrals have Newland, and Newland, which is up here, and Borealis, which is over here, and there's kind of ICC, which is this hub kind of neutral city. So we're gonna go... So you can talk to the Omnis, they'll give you like a bit of a recruitment speech, you can talk to Clan and they'll do the same. And they each have a little mission that they want you to do before you sign up for them. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to do the mission for the clans. And then we are going to leave the starting area. So this I mean, if you talk to people, they'll tell you who to go to and who to talk to, but we're just gonna talk to this guy. So he's selling you the story. So I clicked through it, but feel free to pause and read. Okay, I think I'll do it. So, right, so just by the way, like, so this guy just said, yeah, so you want to join us? Take this device. I'm not going to tell you what it does, and then find the Omni patrol car, and then just use the device on it. Right? And then I'm like, sure, I'll do it, right? I believe in your cause. So, like, in real life, guys, don't do this, right? If some club that you want to join asks you to, like, go to a police car and, like, use a device on it, like, yeah, bad idea. So, what happens if we use the device on it? Apparently we're too far away, move closer. Omni Patrol showed up. I don't know what else. I think actually... pretty sure the car's supposed to blow up. But anyways, like I'm pretty sure this was a bomb, but I guess either glitched out or something. Anyways, yeah, don't like... I mean, I guess we're joining a clan of freedom fighters who are fighting against the evil corporation, blah blah blah. But we kind of just blew up some dude's car, so yeah. You know, let's just say 15 years ago, you know, morality in video games was not very subtle. Okay, so I did it just as you told me to, aren't you proud? So now we have a low-level clans application form, and now we are officially clan. So we got our first mission token. So we have collected 1 token. We have a merit board. As you do missions, you can right-click and it will upgrade this merit board, and you see it gives us experience, health, and nano, and it will become stronger, so that's nice. Let's put this in our neck. And we also get some shoulder pads. Now we can change these by right-clicking, and see how this one has add all offense, add all defense, and nano cost. So we're gonna go add all offense, because that's what we're about. Yeah, so this is shoulders. So here, this one adds sense 3. Remember we crafted this a while ago? So we're gonna keep it in case we ever need it to buff sense by 3. You know, just to equip a piece of armor or something. So we're gonna hold on to this in our bank. For now we're gonna wear these because they're much better. Okay, the last thing is we can convert our newcomer's body armor to a joint clan's newcomer armor. So let's do that. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also, they're kind of nice looking shades, but they're kind of expensive. They're 6,000, and I mean, so that's a joke, right? They're not, 6,000 is nothing, but for us right now, it's a fortune. So we're not gonna buy them. All right, actually, I forgot to look at what difference, if any, in terms of stats there is between the clan's armor and the newcomer armor. There maybe isn't. Maybe it's just the looks. I really don't know. Okay, I'll click this. I'll sort of click upgrade this off camera because that's boring. I'm just gonna finish upgrading all of these. And the legs. And the feet. Okay, and now we are going to, we have our ID. We've had our ID forever. And we are going to go talk to this fellow. And we will finally leave the starting area. So it took us about, I've lost track now, maybe 6 or 7 episodes. A couple of hours. Of course, I went a bit slowly because I was explaining a lot of things. But that's like the introduction level. So there's a lot of tutorials here to help you. There's more when we leave. We're going to be in ICC. Yeah, we're going to discover a whole lot of new content, and the whole game awaits us as we step out of this new area and into ICC headquarters. So thank you for joining me so far. I hope you've enjoyed the series. Of course, we're going to continue. Let me know if you have questions, if there's some things that weren't clear that you need me to address. Of course, there's a lot more content that we haven't really touched on at all. But we'll get to that as we encounter it, right? We've got to talk about missions, and there's some dungeons that we're going to explore and all that stuff. So we'll talk about that in future episodes. So I hope to see you then. Take care.